lived on the dark side of town. I didn't have no money. My hair was growing long. I wanted you to be my...
G'day guys, welcome back to Bush Rats. I'm young Lee, and today tonight we are in the shed working on another project. So if you follow the channel, you would have seen a few episodes ago, this episode here. Bought a bunch of chainsaws off the marketplace. Got a couple of them going, but we had a couple that just, well, this one in particular, that just was not going to fire up on that episode. So I ended up just hanging it up on the roof in the boneyards where all the buggered chainsaws go, and every day I'd walk in here and see it and I'd be like, that's too much chainsaw to have just hanging up there calling it buggered. So I've stripped it all down. As you can see, this is everything all stripped down. As I was looking for parts, I was hoping it might be an easy fix, but it's been messing me around for a little while now, but we're getting there, and hopefully in this episode we're going to get the thing fired up and cutting a load. So where we last left it, the issue we had was right here on the crankshaft that had been stripped out and the nut wasn't staying on, so I've re-tapped that thread on there and tracked down another nut. There you go, a nut, and put it all back together, and every time I'd pull it over to fire, it would just fire too early and shoot the piston back the wrong way. So started umming and ahhing. It has a few Chinesian parts on it. Originally we thought it was a 660 based on this Chinese rear cover on it. You can see it's got the curve going on there. But upon closer inspection, with the original Magnum cover on it, it's actually a flat top, which makes it a 066, an early model one. So we started digging a little further. Obviously the problem was a timing issue. I ended up buying a different coil for it. It had a Chinese coil on it, this one right here, which, as you can see, she's pretty much brand new, not much going on it. So I bought another one exactly the same, popped it on, same thing happened. So obviously timing's out. So I went and ordered a 660 flywheel, bearing in mind at this time I thought it was a 660. So that flywheel there, and I'll show you. There's a crank that goes right there, and as you can see, doesn't fit. Wrong flywheel for this chainsaw. So that's when we started thinking, oh, it must be an early model one, a 660. No, an 066. 660, there's a lot of numbers. So then we've gone back to the original one, which is this one here. She's a bit chewed up, missing a few fins up here. As you can see right in there, she's got a little keyway right there, that little slit there. Now that has a little key that lines up from this to the crank. So I assume this one's the original one, as it's a Stihl one. So it must be the coil, right? So these 066 early model coils are unobtainable, you can't get them. I've been looking for a second-hand one. Went down to the local Stihl shop. They can get me one for about 400 bucks. Bit much. Is this thing focusing? The other option was you can buy a dual keyway flywheel, which will do the 660 or the 066, and it has two slits in it, and they're about 400 bucks as well. So my thought for tonight, is we're gonna reline this up at a different timing position without the keyway. It's a tapered fit on it, so we should be able to compress it down nice and tight with the nut, now that we've got the new nut and thread on there. I'm just going to try that out and see if we can at least get the thing to fire off before we start buying $400 parts for it. I went through the box of goodies that came with it as well, and I've seen this here, which is the original 066 rear cover. And if you can see this right here, come on focus, up here, this little hole here, the little light symbol. This means it's an 066 red light, which is a really rare chainsaw. It usually has a light in there which is powered by the coil, which we don't have. And you can tune it with the flashing red light to when it's at max RPM for the chainsaw. So that's a really rare model. So I want to try and get this thing back together. So it's got a Chinese eBay spec handle and tank on it, which is, yeah, none of this other stuff fits back on. We're going to have to track down an 066 handle if we get the thing running. So we're going to get cracking. The only other thing that's wrong with it as well is it's got a Chinesium carby on it as well. Looks brand new. I've pulled it apart. It's completely clean inside. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this flywheel on. I've got a picture of this picture right here of a dual keyway 660 066 flywheel, and down the track we might cut this out somehow. I don't know what we're going to cut it out with, but we're going to line it up. We're going to print out the picture. I'm going to sit it on there, and we're going to try and line it up as best, press it on, see if that fixes the timing issue. So come on, let's get tinkering. Okay, as you can see right there is the keyway where the little half moon key locks the crank into the flywheel. I'm just going ahead and marked the very top of it so that we can see right there. Now, based on the picture, right, so there you can see on the actual flywheel there's your little cutout. We're just going to spin it around. I've got a piston stop in the top end of it. Just stop it when it hits right there. So that's where we want to try and tinker from. So that right there is where it should be if we had the right coil. And what we want to do is we want to move it 2.5 fins. Well, that's what I'm using to line it up based on the picture. So 1, 2-ish roughly. About there. I don't know if you can see the mark. Give me a torch. So take my word for it, we've just spun her around. So instead of being there, based on the picture, and if we tighten her up right there, press it on, we'll be able to see if it fires. Let's do that. Okay, new nut on. Let's try not to move the flywheel. Make sure that's fucking pressed on nice and tight. Give it a couple of hutcha, hutcha. Okay, I think that's tight enough. Take the piston stop out now. It just goes in the spot of the spark plug to stop it turning over while we're tightening and loosening the flywheel. Pop the spark plug back in. Looks pretty decent. NGK. Give that one another hutcha. Now, the only other thing we've had to do is change the impulse line, which is like the vacuum for your carby from the crankcase ventilator. We'll whack the Chinese carby back on. Goes this way. Slip him on there. And we'll connect all the hoses and linkages back up. Chinese carby on, Chinese coil sitting there, original pull start, whack that back on. It's the only way we can find out if she's on fire. And boom, tighten them up. What else we got? Got an aftermarket clutch cover, that's fine. And like I said, the plan is eventually to try and track down an OEM 660 handle so I can fit all these original bits back on, like the original redlight, carby, backing, plastic, that bit, this bit here. Also don't have a flat top rear filter cover, so we've just got the eBay one that goes right there. Something like that. Oh, drop the bolt. We've got the original flat top magnet. It's missing the badge, but we can get another badge. Whack that on. Because I'm feeling pretty optimistic that this might work. Thing seems to have really good compression. It fired really easy even though the timing was out, but it would just pop, and that was it, you know. Couldn't get it to actually kick over. Whack him back on. Alright, we've got the old girl pretty much all back together, looking like a chainsaw. It's 9 o'clock at night, so we're not going to fire the thing up at the moment. We're going to have to wait till the morning. Digging around in my spares, I've got a 25-inch steel light bar, which I actually found in a scrap metal bin. Got a chain, that's all we really need. So we'll pair that up in the morning, see if she pops off, see if she starts, and then might go and see if she'll cut a little bit of wood. Alright guys, we're out here in the bush. We gave the chain a bit of a file, loaded her up and hit the tracks. And now here we are, got her ready to roll. A bit of a log over here. We'll just do a cut, maybe two. We don't want to wreck the thing, I just want to make sure it runs and it can cut some wood before we start throwing money at flywheels or coils. So I'm going to chuck some juice in it and let's go see if it'll cut. Enough stuffing around. Let's get into what we're here for. Alright, this is our log for the test run. I've cut a couple of rings out of it last season, but it was pretty green, so I've let it sit here. No one's taken it, which is good. Actually haven't fired this thing up yet since we've been in the shed. Didn't want to piss off the neighbours, so we've headed out bright and early, but I brought all the tools with me just in case it needs some tinkering on and with. But I don't know, let's just get into it. Choke, decompression. Ooh. Hasn't blown up yet, see how she goes. Let's get my screwdriver and adjust this Chinese carby. Be back in a second. go one more, just because. That's him. That's the ticket. Yeah. No. Oh. Sweet. Ooh. All right, wood's all split up. Actually went a lot further than I thought it would. So we've got a half load here out of them 5 rings. Not too bad at all, considering we were only coming out to do 1 or 2 cuts just to make sure the thing works. So I think we've done all right. To answer the question of the video, can I get this 066 up and running? Yes, I reckon we can. The question now is, do we throw some money at it and try and get it back to original spec, considering it's a red light, which is a pretty rare one, but it's missing all the expensive parts other than the motor really. So we need a handle, a flywheel, a carby, plastics, coil. So I'm considering we're just going to put it on the shelf, say we have it, and we'll run it every now and then just to keep it going. So next time also I'm going to bring a shovel for digging the log out. I forgot my shovel. You would have seen I've probably hit the ground a couple of times there and blunted the chain. Happens, you get that sometimes on the big jobs. So thumbs up, like and subscribe, leave a comment, really helps out the channel if you've had fun, and I'll see you guys next time out on the tracks.